All right, well, it is time to get us rolling here. Let me bring this down just a little bit. There we go. All right, Paige, you're rolling in as well. So again, we're gonna get this rolling in just a minute. Paige, you're gonna need your mat, water. That's about it. So welcome, 615 Live. We're just gonna knock out 6 moves in 15 minutes. It's Monday morning. We'll get ourselves sweating, and then we'll get on with the day. Today, we're gonna do it with 35 seconds on. We'll have 15 seconds rest in between. And I'm gonna show you the moves as we go. Normally, I've been doing them all up front, but what we're gonna do today is we're gonna do the same move for 3 rounds in a row, and we're gonna build onto the move as we go. All right, so I'm gonna show you what those are as we are working through. So just keep your ears open. I'm gonna tell you if we're gonna be going from the ground to standing or vice versa. That way you know kind of what's coming next, all right? So it is time to get started. What we're gonna do, first move right off the bat, is gonna be our good old-fashioned squats, and then we're gonna add on to that each round. We're gonna add the hop on round 2, and we're gonna add the pulse on round 3. So just like that, it's time to get us started. So 35 seconds on, use this first 35 seconds as a warm-up for those legs, and we're gonna get right into it. 615 Live, let's go 35 seconds with our squats in 3, 2, and 1. We're just squatting it out, heavy in those heels, and we're gonna build from here, all right? Remembering to breathe through, just starting to build a little bit of heat into those legs. When I'm at the bottom of these squats, I should be able to wiggle my toes just a little bit. Of course, work within your range of motion. You don't have to get it all the way down to 90. Just working within your range. Final 10 seconds, first move of the day. We'll build from here. It's all about building today. In 3, 2, and 1. Rest it out. Next, all we're doing is adding the hop. All right, so add a little squat jump in there. If you've got any sort of knee issues, you can take the hop out, but hit a little calf raise at the top, so we're still bringing it up with power. Let's go squat jumps for number 2. 3, 2, 1. Add that hop. Landing nice and softly. Again, if you need to, take out that hop, hit a little bit of that calf raise. You're still bringing it up with power. And just like that, I'm feeling the legs. They're already moving. Starting to build it up from here. Final 15. You land it nice and soft. You got 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. 15-second rest. So the add-on for this one, we're gonna add a little pulse at the bottom before we hit that jump. So it's gonna be squat, little pulse, then hit your hop. Pulse, and then hop. So we're adding on, this is your 3rd round, and go for it. Pulse, hop, pulse, hop. Again, you can take out that jump. If you need to, hit that calf raise. If you're doing that calf raise, keep that core nice and tight. That way we can work that balance. Getting into that little pulse at the bottom of that squat. This is the last of our squat move, 15 seconds. Good, keep breathing through. My quads are now talking. It's early. You got 3 seconds, then we're gonna take it to the ground. I'm gonna show you the next move. It's gonna be our mountain climber. Let's go ahead and bring it down. So this time, we're gonna get into that plank. We're gonna hit those mountain climbers, but we're just gonna step them out on round 1. Round 2, we'll build up a little bit of speed. So find your plank. We're going mountain climber. 3, 2, 1. Option here, you can bring it to the knees and you can work it from there. Or if you happen to have an elevated surface, you can do that from an elevated surface as well. All of those are good options for you. You're now gonna keep stepping them out. You've got 15 more seconds. Again, it's just round 1 of those mountain climbers. We'll build speed on round 2. Maybe start to build a little more range. Knees getting closer and closer to that elbow. Rest it out. 3, 2, 1. Okay, next round, we're just building some speed, right? So a little bit less time of those feet on the ground. We'll build in speed, build that heart rate up. 5 seconds. Round 2 of mountain climbers. 3, 2, 1. Start to build some speed. If you got that music on your own, work with your rhythm. If not, step them out. Same idea as that squat jumper, landing nice and soft. That core stays tight. Don't let those hips start to shoot up in the air. If they do, shift that body forward. If you need a rest, rest in a plank or even on that knee plank. You got 5 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Rest it out. One more round. How are we going to add on to this one? We're going to cross the body with those knees. So opposite knee to opposite elbow this time. So I'm going to go across that body. You can step them out or you can build up that speed. Let's go cross body. 3, 2, 1. Cross body mountain climbers. Now getting a little bit of that oblique work. Again, these can all be done from that elevated surface. If you're elevated, make sure you're shifting that body over those wrists with the same idea, crossing that body. Final 15. You got 10 more seconds. Maybe just to pick up the speed. This is our last mountain climber move. 3, 2, and let's go ahead and stand it up. All right, next move, lateral lunge. So we're going to start from the middle of our mat. We'll step it out wide, drop in our lunge, and then we're going to go the other way. So we're going to go both directions on round 1. On round 2, we'll do just one direction. 3, 2, 1. Step it out. Heavy in those heels, send the hips to the back of the room. Yeah, starting to build up a little bit into the hips here. Work within your range, but as we start to move along, maybe getting a little bit deeper into that lunge. Final 15. If you need to, keep both feet nice and wide, and we're just going to shift from one side to the other. That's always an option if you need to take that step out. We've got 3, 2, 1. 15-second rest this time. We're just going to go one direction. So I'm going to start with my right leg. I'm going to do all 35 seconds on the same leg. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and step it out. All one way. Okay. I'm feeling like I get a little bit more depth now that I'm warmed up into those hips. Halfway. Make sure that the chest stays nice and proud, core stays tight. I'm just sending the hips to the back of the room. It's giving me a little bit more depth. 10 seconds. And in 5, 2, last one. Rest it out. This time, last one, opposite direction. So for me, it's left. We're going to finish it out this way. Let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2, and step it to the left. Drop it in, same idea. Now I find myself, this side, I'm not as open, so I'm gonna spend a little more time in that lunge to work that stretch a little bit more, and then bring it back. I'm gonna try to even them out. Halfway, almost halfway. Now we're halfway. Good. Feel that sweat starting to form now. Final 10, we're gonna stay standing after this one. This will take us to the halfway point. In 5, 3, 1 more. Good, rest it out. Next move, so it's halfway through. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna drop into the bottom of that squat, core is nice and tight, and we're gonna hit our alternating punches. All right, we got 3 rounds. We're just gonna pick up the speed each round. Take it up if you need to, drop in your squat, and punch it out. Get that little hip action going. First round is the slower round. We're trying to hold that squat. Again, if you start to feel those legs, especially after those squats at the beginning, you can come up to the top, you keep punching, and then drop it back in when you're ready. If you're having any issues, you can stay at the top. Just add a little bit more of that hip rotation. Pick a spot out in front of you. Whatever happened over the weekend, find it, knock it out. We're going into a new week. You got 5 more seconds. If you're in that squat, stay in. 3, 2, 1, round 1. So 2 more rounds. We're just picking up that speed. That's all we're doing different on this one. Same idea. If you need to come up out of that squat, you can. But for now, drop it back in. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Find that same spot. Maybe picking up that speed just a little bit. Breathing as you go through. Yeah, starting to get that heart rate up. Nice. Again, looking for that same spot in there. Rest it at the top, but keep the punches if you're needing it. And then bring it back in 15 seconds. Yeah, even more hips in and even more. And we got 5, 2, and bring it up. One more round, speed bag round. We'll pick it up for this final set. You got 10 seconds, so again, short breaks, quick breaths, and then we'll bring it back in. Drop it back into that squat. 3, 2, and 1. A little bit more speed on this final round. Get mad with it. It's Monday. We're letting it all out. We're getting started. Picking it up. Remember to breathe through each punch. Good. Stay in that squat if you can. 15 seconds. Legs are telling you to come out. See if you can go a few seconds longer. Pick it up just a little bit more. We got 5, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to take it to the ground, get to this little tabletop position or all fours. First round, all I'm going to do, hover my knees. So I got a little bit of a space here between my knees. I'm going to tuck the hips, engage that core. We're going to hold it for 35 seconds. Tuck the hips, engage, right? 35 seconds. We're just holding here, hovering those knees. Again, there's just about an inch space in between here. Make sure you're continuing to shift over those wrists and we're not dropping the hips in, keeping it nice and tight. Didn't look like it'd be much, but it's a lot. Legs are telling you. 15 seconds. Again, if you need to, take the knees down to break and then tuck those toes and re-engage. 10 seconds. I'm lifting that belly button up and out of the back. Keep that core nice and tight. 3, 2, 1. Bring it down, rest it out. Add on number 1. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to step opposite forward, right? So I'm stepping 1 foot forward and then the other one. If you need to, just hold that tabletop or bear position and go for it. Little steps, baby steps forward. Make sure those knees stay close to the ground so we're not bringing them up, but keeping them low as you step it out. Again, this sort of thing can be done from our elevated position as we drop it in, and we'll step them from there. 15 seconds. Remember, engage that core. If you don't tell that core to work, it's not going to do the work for you. 5, 3, 2, rest it out. Add on number 3. This is your last one. We're going to add the hands in. So opposite hand as the opposite foot steps forward. This is our full bear step. All right. Keep it nice and slow and controlled. In 3, 2, 1. Hover those knees. Same idea. Small steps forward. Small steps back. The shoulders are barking at you. The core is barking at you. Push through that. Again, your option, just hold it there in that tabletop with those knees hovering. You've got 15 seconds. Breathing through, tucking that hip, engage that core. Don't forget that part. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring it up. We got one move left, y'all. This one is just our good old high knees. All we're gonna do is pick up speed as we go. We're not just running in place, but we're getting those knees nice and high. That's your option, is to step them out. 3, 2, and 1. High knees. Use those arms to drive those knees again. They should be hip height. Your option, step. Step with power. Step, and then step with power. Landing nice and soft as well. Knee drives all the way through. So we're using the lower core and the hips here to get those knees up to hip height. You've got 10 seconds. And power if you need it. 3, 2, 1. Rest it out. 2 more rounds. You know what to do. Pick up the pace on the last 2, because after that, you are done. Move my mat back. Traveling across the room. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. See if you can add a little bit of pace. I can hear it in the tempo of my feet. Just tapping that mat. If you are working that power, you're still picking up the pace. You're just not adding a little bit of that hopping. You're still power power, power. Each move 15 seconds. You're still gonna get the work if you're powering those knees up. Work a little bit of that balance. In 5, 3, 2, 1. 15-second rest. One more. This is our sprint to the finish line. So this should be our fastest high knee yet, because afterwards you can sweat it out and you are done. 5 seconds. All right, let's finish it strong. 3, 2, 1. Those quick high knees. Even if you're powering, if you're taking out that full high knee, you can still power each step, marching in place. You're halfway, pick it up even more. Don't stop now, you got 10 seconds, that's it. In 5, 3, 2, 1, and you are done. Just like that, y'all. Nice work today. Quick Monday 615 Live. We just knock out those 6 moves in 15 minutes. Again, if you have questions or anything for me, you can hit that up in the comments. If you're watching the replay, you can message either myself or Maria. We're going to put the contacts in the replay, and I'm going to put it in the chat here for us as well. But if you have any questions about health, nutrition, body image, reach out to Maria or myself. If you have any questions about working out, right, you can ask me as well. You can check out my615fit.com, and I will see you guys next time. Paige and Pam, thank you guys for being here as well, and see you.